Hello and welcome back to the Battle Room. Today we've got another Spike Mid tournament. So currently, I'm sitting at 3-1. It's a 6-round tournament to make it a top cut. So I have to win 4 out of 6. We're at 3-1. So we have 2 rounds left. I just have to win one of them, and that's the goal. That's the goal, is to just win one. And then I make it to top cut, and then it's a whole different beast. I got to play through a single elimination bracket, and yeah, so we'll go from there. But first things first, we're gonna win some matches. So we're playing against 2x4. Registeel. Now, I haven't played against Registeel. Well, I played against it once, but I had Torkoal, so it doesn't really count. But I haven't really played against this Pokemon too much in the format. It is pretty strong. It's an Iron Defense bot, generally. So we'll move from there. I think Landorus looks absolutely ridiculous in Insane mode here. Also, there's no actual... like, this team doesn't have any Serena, so I can actually just lead like Urshifu and be annoying. I don't really love Sylveon, actually. Oh, Sylveon's not bad. It's not great. We have to really play Landorus well. I think this is our move. I like this lead a lot. It puts a lot of pressure with potential Surging Strikes. I've got safe switches into potential Will-O-Wisps. I put pressure on with Boomer. Boomer's not really threatened by too much. It's a little weak to Registeel. But at the same time, we do insane damage to Registeel right off the bat with close combat. Like, we do threaten that right away. So, yeah, there is that. It's really just about making sure Registeel doesn't get going. That's the fear here. And they're going to lead Spectrier Clefairy. Okay. I mean, sure. Sure. So this lead is really horrifying. Because they're threatening Will-O-Wisp, they're threatening Nasty Plot, they're threatening Snarl. Well, I don't know. Not really Snarl. But they're threatening a lot here. I have to be really, really careful. Because, like, they could Wisp. They might have Wisp. They might have Plot. Who knows? And both those I have to play completely differently. If they're Wisping me, then I have to worry about getting Wisped. But if they're going for Nasty Plot, then I have to, like, punish that and play aggressively, right? So it's a scary situation regardless here. I'm going to assume this is a Plot, right? They led Clefairy plus Spectrier, and I assume this is a Plot. And it's a Wisp. But I do double target the correct slot. I mean, you should always, generally, you should always target down the not follow me mon. Because, like, what pressure is this mon really off-putting right now? Like, what is Spectrier really doing to both Urshifu and Rillaboom? Or what's Clefairy doing to them? I can just freely target Spectrier and feel pretty good about myself. Obviously, Friend Guard is still active, which is a great freaking ability. It's really strong, really good. But I think the situation is like, it's okay. We did big damage to Spectrier. We punished it pretty hard. We lowered its speed. The fear here is going to be still dealing with it. Like, it's going to try to Wisp Boomer. But I think we're fine because we can go to Instant. Which is fine. But now we know it's Wisp, so we don't have to be as worried about Nasty Plots, and we can focus on the actual Wisp and know that next game we shouldn't just leave our frickin' Urshifu in on a Wisp, because burned Urshifu just sucks. But I think it can still pull its weight. It can deal decent damage to Clefairy here. I mean, it's always critting, so it's not like I'm the most worthless Pokemon in the world. We're going to switch to Instant so we don't get burned. I can also press Snarl here to avoid the thing next turn. I imagine this is just a Wisp into Boom, right? Because Boomer is pretty good into their team, and just getting a Wisp here would be fantastic for them. Follow me? Yeah, sure. Don't wanna die to a potential Grassy Glide. Get the Wisp off. It seems like a good turn for them. Yep, easy money, baby. We dodged the Wisp with Insane, and we're just going to Surging Strikes. I mean, this is free damage on a Clefairy. They actually did 0 damage that turn. They will do a little damage with the burn. We're gonna heal that off with the grassy terrain. So I really don't mind that turn. We did almost, what is that, 40% to Clefairy. Spectrier is gonna heal a little bit. Okay, I don't want to reveal Snarl yet. I don't know if I want to reveal it this game at all. Just because I think Snarl is really huge, and I think I'm just gonna do it next game, and that's gonna help me a ton with Instant. So what could they go into? I guess the worst case scenario would be I'm actually gonna target Clefairy here. I'm gonna go for Parting Shot and Spectrier. The worst case scenario is Rillaboom here, or is Urshifu here. So I don't want to get caught with that. They're gonna go for Helping Hand. Okay, I wish I kind of Flare Blitzed here, but it's kind of whatever. They're gonna go for Shadow Ball. I don't think this is kill. Well, this will kill. I'm super bulky, and now they know that. Surging Strikes comes through on a Clefairy. I don't love this situation, admittedly. I guess the damage on a Clef isn't bad, but I'm risking a Wisp. That's the only issue. If I get Wisp, do I auto-lose? I don't think so. Because we still have Lando alive to help deal with the Registeel. But am I in a bad spot? Because everybody's pretty healthy, honestly. I do like that my Pokemon are A1 healthy mons. If I get Wisp, do I lose? Is the real question. Because I'm about to kill 2 of their Pokemon, right? I'm threatening KO on both. Well, they could Shadow Ball me, but if they Shadow Ball me, then I'm fine. They also could Wisp miss. I'm just going to say that they're going to miss, or they're not going to go for it, or I'll get hit and I still win. I don't really care about the Wisp, I think, at this point. I'm going to Surging Strike Clefairy, and I'm going to go for Grassy Glide into Spectrier. I hope this kills Spectrier. I'm not actually sure. Sometimes these guys are bulky, especially the Wisp sets. So, like, you never know. You never know with these guys. Clefairy is annoying, though. Because I think my best way to deal with Clefairy is to just, like, Sylveon it or something. But this thing probably has Snarl, too. They're going to draw Spectrier into Registeel. There's the Registeel. That's fine. Spectrier living is not cool, though. I don't really like that. They're going to protect Clefairy, but I don't really care. I go through Protects. That's Urshifu's whole business. So we saw... What do we see on Spectrier? We saw Wisp, Shadow Ball. We don't know his last two moves. It could be Taunt. It really could. I hope this kills Clefairy. I think it's going to live with 1 HP. Oh, most definitely. Oh, no, it died. That's huge. Alright, what's the last Mon? This is the real question here. Because we got Registeel, which we know we have to deal with. I hope it's not Amnesia. Amnesia Registeel is a nightmare. Because then it's going to checkmate my Landorus as well. Which it really could be Amnesia. It's a scary one. Because like I think Registeel should just run Amnesia. I don't know what else move you'd run. Like you'd run Body Press, Iron Defense, Protect. You have that third move. I guess you could run like Flash Cannon or Iron Head if you don't want to get checkmated by Ghost. They send in Boomer. Interesting. So my Urshifu is just beyond worthless now. So we're just going to close combat Registeel. And I'm going to go for a U-turn onto Rillaboom. My Urshifu doesn't do anything. It's not even needed. I was afraid of Neoligo. But even against Neoligo, I wasn't super useful. Like, I needed to have a fake-out pressure slot. So, like, I could beat Neoligo if I played incredibly well. But it wasn't... Urshifu had kind of done its job. It killed Clefairy. And it did, like, half to Spectrier. So I can't really complain. Let's just get big damage. Like, not big damage, but let's get damage onto Registeel. Yeah. We need to keep this thing honest. Because this situation is actually really scary. Especially if it presses Amnesia here. Please don't press Amnesia. It's going to be Iron Defense. Cool, cool, cool. I don't care about that. That doesn't affect me in the slightest. That doesn't ruin my day at all. Okay. Urshifu's still healing. Whatever. We got some damage onto it. I really can't complain. Like, we're keeping Registeel a little bit down. I mean, it's going to heal up with lefties and stuff, but it's definitely in range to die to Earth Power. I think it needs to press Amnesia right now if it wants to have a chance of winning. Does the grass end here or no? It does. That's good for me. The grass is not really benefiting me at all in this situation. I'm going to go for close combat. I'm going to go for U-turn. Landorus can safely switch in here. It won't die to a body press. Oh my gosh. This game's a little close. I should have went for Surging Strikes. I don't know why I CC'd. Doesn't really matter though. I think they're going to have a faster Boomer though, which is probably good for me. Let's see it. What are they going to do? They're going to be a faster Boomer. They're going to hit my Boomer with a U-turn. Which is fine because I'm going to hit their Spectrier with a U-turn, which is also good. Man, I kind of wish I just like drum beating that slot. I would have just won the game. Alright, Spectrier. Can I get one U-turn on that horse? Pop! Okay, oh, the damage wasn't that great, but I'll take it. Going into Landorus is a little scary if they do body press that slot, which they very well might. But they also could just Amnesia or something. I'm gonna go to Lando. This is a scary game. This is genuinely a really scary game here. They are gonna body press my Lando. Oh no, I think we might live. We might live a Shadow Ball. Let's see how much Spectrier does. Spectrier to Landorus. Shadow's doing about 54%. Whoa, that's not any special attack investment. Let's say it's just max. We have no to 54 to 64. It's doing about 106. It could kill me with about like a little bit more than half. I'm gonna go for Surging Strikes and I'm gonna protect here. This is the correct play. They might kill Urshifu, but then I'll be able to bring in my Glizzy Gobbler, Rillaboom, and we should just be in a good position, and we can just glide them until the end of time. So I think I'm in an okay position here with this Protect turn. Because they have to get a read right. They gotta get everything right here to win the game. Or to punish me on this turn. I think Protect's just safe. Because I'll just kill Spectrier. This is really hard for them. They could Amnesia. That's the biggest problem, is if they Shadow Ball Amnesia. They're gonna protect Registeel. Ooh, so they didn't even think it was gonna kill. And they're gonna Shadow Ball Urshifu. Well, now I'm just gonna Earth Power and Glizzy Glide. And I just win. Yeah, that's fine. They got the read, but at what cost, right? Like, that's really cool. I'm happy that you got a you got that big juicy hit off, but I think we're still in a good spot. Now the question here, does this thing have Protect? Shadow Ball, Wisp. We don't know the last two moves. It could be Taunt, Nasty Plot. It could be Snarl Taunt. Usually they run Taunt. It could be Protect Taunt. Wisp Protect Taunt. It could be Snarl Protect. I don't actually know. I'm going to go for Grassy Glide, and I'm going to go for... I kind of want to punish the Spectrier, but it might not even have Protect. That's the thing, is it might not have Protect. So if I try to U-turn Sludge Bomb the Registeel, I'm not even in that good of a spot. I think we're just going to play this game for info, and I think we can win games 2 and 3. I mean, we're playing for info. We're trying to win, but I'm just going to say it doesn't have Protect. I'm going to assume that Spectrier cannot Protect here, and that's the play I'm making. And I was correct. I just don't think it has Protect. I think Earth Power should kill this Registeel. Like, it's chipped too far down. That's the problem here. It actually took a little bit too much damage with no Amnesias or anything, so I think Registeel's... Yeah, it's out of here. I wonder if it has Protect. I'm assuming it's like Taunt Snarl. Taunt Snarl, Wisp, Shadow Ball. And the Registeel does have Protect, but it protected there. I'm glad I didn't go for like Sludge Bomb or something. That would have looked really troll, but I mean, it really could have switched to Boomer. Alright, now we just win the game. Oh, we have Incineroar, right? Yeah, we have Incin. Alright, let's just press U-turn. We already showed it, and then we'll just press Sludge Bomb. Doesn't really matter at this point. Whew. Okay, game 1 is ours. We're 1 win away from top cutting this tournament, which is fantastic, because I would really like to do that. And that's the goal. But what do we do in game 2 here? I liked how that game played out. That was actually really like flawless and perfect. Wisp is annoying, man. Spectrier is a really annoying one. It's got to have Taunt, I assume. Well, it doesn't need Taunt because the Trick Room matchup isn't that bad. Registeel kind of goes crazy against like Hat and DD stuff, and then like my Trick Room mode isn't even that good into it. I could lead like Incin Sylveon. That's super vulnerable to like Nihilego, but it's kind of good into everything else. And then we're dropping Urshifu. Urshifu did work, but it also did work... Lando Boomer. Yeah, I think we drop Urshifu. I actually like this because I don't think they're going to bring Nihilego. And if they do, it's still winnable. I mean, obviously our lead's horrible in the Nihilego, but it's way more punishing to Spectrier. And Spectrier lead was really good for my opponent. Like, there's no doubt that my opponent was in a great spot from turn 1. So, like, I think this lead is fine just because I do think they're going to lead the same thing. Because I think the mons they're bringing are correct. It's just that they got into this weird pin that I set up with Rillaboom and Landorus. So I just won from there. But, that being said, I do think their lead was still fire, and it caused me a lot of problems, and I expect to see it again. Exactly. So we counter-led them a little bit here with this adjustment, and then I think it's Registeel Boomer in the back. I don't imagine it's Nihilego, but if it is Nihilego, I can win against Nihilego. I can just play my Rillaboom correctly. This is a good lead for me. I'm just going to Snarl Hyper Voice. I could Snarl Calm Mind as well. I like Snarl here. I want to win this game because I don't know what I'm going to do game 3 in this lead. I'm going to Snarl Calm Mind. I think they're just going to Snarl back. They're going to follow me. Okay. Little do they know that I can actually hurt their Spectrier. Okay. It doesn't have Protect. It's probably Taunt, Nasty Plot, Shadow Ball. What is this? This set is so weird. I hit Snarl, thank God. That was a good chunk of damage. This set is so weird. Snarl... we don't know if it's Snarl, so it's Will-O-Wisp, Shadow Ball, Nasty Plot. Protect? No Protect, because it probably would have protected on that turn. They could have Protect switched to Rilla, and that would have been really good. I don't know what this set is. I guess it's like a supportive Spectrier, but it has that ability to just set up with Clefairy. So, like, it can support Registeel if it needs to with Will-O-Wisp and Taunt or Snarl, whatever the last move is. And then, but it also can just, like, be led with Clefairy and just sweep with Nasty Plotting and Shadow Balling. So, a weird set, but honestly, that turn was good for me because I snarled them down. So they're at -1, or they're at +1, and I'm at +1 special defense on Sylveon. So this really isn't a bad situation for Sylveon whatsoever. This was just a fire lead from me. All right, what are they sending in? Rillaboom? Yeah, they just want to protect. Well, do they have protect? They're going to take so much more damage here. This is so good for me, and I'll just protect Sylveon next turn. Well, I might not be able to if Registeel comes out, but let's see what they have. Let's see what they do. They don't have protect. They're just shadow balling down Sylve. Sylveon is in a good spot, honestly, because Registeel is the only threat to it. But in reality, Sylveon isn't horrible versus Registeel. This is also +1 Hyper Voice, by the way, so this is going to do some mad damage. Am I just going to win because I just read them so hard on turn 1 or on their lead? Oh, that was a good turn. That was a fire turn. We killed Spectrier, who's a big problem to our Mons in the back. We got rid of all their boosts. So basically their turn 1 was for nothing. And also Incin is still incredibly healthy. It's at full. It's at full. And Incin can just win this game with blitzes. Like, and Sylveon's relatively healthy because of leftovers. So this is like, I think we're just going to press. So Registeel comes in, right? It has to be Registeel. If it's Clefairy, I just auto-win. It's Registeel. So I think I press Hyper Voice to finish off the Boomer. And I just Flare Blitz Registeel. I just got to keep it honest. I got to deal damage to Registeel. I think this is good. Because they can only fake out one. And they're going to fake out... Yeah, I'm going to kill Rillaboom this turn. They know what they want. They want their iron defenses. That's good damage, all things considered. But it doesn't kill Sylveon that fast is the big thing here. It's going to iron defense up. Alright. We get it. You've got iron defense. And Sylveon's going to be back to full in no time here. Grassy Terrain leftovers, like... I think Grassy Terrain is one of the more fun terrains. It's so cool when it actually works. And I think certain teams, like my opponent's team and my team, are actually really built around Grassy Terrain and abusing Grassy Terrain. And so it's such a fun, like, I think terrains are really fun, and I think that Grassy Terrain specifically is like a really fair and balanced one, because it truly does just help both sides. Because the other terrains you can actually build around where you're like, I'm not running priority moves. I'm running a lot of psychic moves. That benefits Psychic Terrain. But Grassy Terrain is much less beneficial generally. Like, I mean, it's healing everybody. That's not necessarily a good thing. I'm going to switch to Rillaboom here because I can. And then I'm just going to go for Calm Mind again so I can start doing as much damage as possible to Clefairy. Because I think they're just going to body press Incineroar and press follow or protect. I think that's what they're going to do. Registeel versus the world is not the situation that I would love to be in. Especially when Lando's waiting, but they do have amnesia. They could have amnesia. That's my biggest fear. But I think with 4 Pokemon, I'm in a good enough spot to even play around, even if amnesia starts to become a big issue. I could easily just start spamming Mystical Fire with Sylveon. Like, Sylveon isn't worthless in this situation. Let's see it. Amnesia? No, they're just body pressing Incineroar. They do have to deal with Incineroar. That is valid. Well, now I'm just going to press Hyper Voice and Fake Out onto Registeel. So we saw Follow Me, Protect, Helping Hand. We don't know the last move on Clefairy yet. Also, Sylveon is back to full. So it still could be Sing. That is my biggest fear out of all this, is that it is Sing Clefairy. But I'm going to say that it's not going to hit me. Oh, not another Calm Mind. We're going to Hyper Voice here. I want to do damage to Clefairy. Battle's canceled. Cool. We won. We killed. We're in top cut. Yes. We have one more match to determine seeding and all that. So there will be another video tomorrow that won't be top cut, but we made it to top cut of the Spike Myth Tour once again. We are 3 for 3 on the last 3 tournaments I played in on top cutting them. Obviously not a ton of players are playing, but I'm still really proud of this accomplishment we have gotten. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We managed to conquer Registeel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another vid. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. I really need to start reminding you of this, but please like, comment, subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Have a great day. Peace.